In this video, we'll see how to debug our program step by step. Earlier, we were running our program via pressing F5 or via clicking on this start button. But now in this video, we'll see how we can run this via executing each and every single statement step by step. So I'm starting my debugging via pressing F10 on my keyboard. As soon as I have pressed the key F10, the control gets started and the control gets entered to the main method. As we have already discussed that this is the starting and the end point of the program. So we are executing the main method at the first, and this console has already been run. As soon as I have pressed the F10 key, it was hidden behind this Visual Studio. So now if I'll press F10, the control executes the first statement. It doesn't stop over the declaration of the variables. And if I'll hover over this S variable, as you can see, the null value it is holding means there is no value assigned to this variable as of now. So if I'll again press F10, this statement has been executed and immediately printed over the console. Now again, if I'm pressing F10, the control gets over to the console and then it requires some input. So if I press A and press enter, the control again gets into the program, and it executed this statement and assigned the value. If I'll hover over the S variable, now it has some value. The value we have given over there has been read by the system through this method and assigned to the variable S. So now we can see S contains a value hey. So now if I'll again press F10, system executed the write line method and then printed the value whatever was in there in S variable. So now again, if I'll press F10, control gets into the console as this was expected because of this statement read line. So now we can enter something in the console and then press enter. The control gets into the main method. Now it is getting out of this main method because we have no statement after this. This is the last statement. We have read some input from the console. So now the control is getting out of this main method. If I'll again press F10, it gets closed. Now we'll see what a breakpoint is. You can see a gray colored bar here, and if we click on this bar, we put a breakpoint here. Now if we run our program via pressing F5 or via clicking this start button, the control breaks here, the program stops here. So again, if I'll put a breakpoint on the last statement and press F5, then the system will execute all of these statements and stops only on the statement where we have put the breakpoint. So if I'll press F5 here, see, system has printed the hello world, this string, and waiting for the input. So it is not reached here because some input is required in between. Now if I enter something here and press enter, immediately it executed this statement and then after this statement and broke on this statement where we have put the breakpoint. So if I'll again press F10, control gets into the console, and if I'll press and enter here, control again comes over to the program, and if I'll again press an F10, it gets closed and the execution has been completed. So this way we can understand our program well and we can debug our program in a sequential manner to understand what each and every statement is doing and what results we are getting. So this is a handy technique to debug our program step by step.